Are you trying to build the best team in Madden? Well, head on over to instantmuttcoins.com to avoid the packs, save some racks. Link is in the description below. Use code CC now for 20% off. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are here today talking the team standouts and probably the best ones to get. Now, of course, if you're running a theme team, by all means, get the player you want, right? Yeah, but you know, get who you want. But this is just me going through and being like, okay, these are probably the better ones. But what I'm going to recommend here is, like, you may want to be adding these cards right away, right? And I'm sure you do. But I would wait until next week to do it when the Team of the Week packs refresh. Everyone can open them again with coins and things are just going to go down, right? What you may want to do to prepare, we're going to cover that right here quickly. If you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. As always, like the video. Let's get into this, okay? So where we sit right now on these cards, it's pretty simple. So the sets, right? Golds are way up. Golds are way up, and I had a bunch of them, and I actually sold them before because I didn't expect them to go up to 13,000 coins, but I sold mine for like 7,000, and that was still a good profit. And we're on the no money spend account here, by the way, just so you guys know, like, oh, so what happened? This is just where I happen to be, okay? So golds are really expensive right now. You don't want to be buying golds, right? You don't want to be doing that. The mid-tier cards are also really expensive. They're more expensive than they have been in forever. Aaron Jones was 12,000 coins 2 days ago, maybe even like yesterday. You know, like the cards have doubled, tripled in price, right? Even Kittle has doubled in price, and he was more expensive. You don't want to be buying these cards. People spending this kind of coins is ridiculous. Do not do that, right? But if you want to prepare, these 86 plus cards, they are indeed cheap. They're cheap. You could pick up some of these for sure, right? Because when Team of the Week packs come out, they're going to be flooded with the golds, obviously, right? They're going to be flooded with 82s to 84s, right? They just are. They truly just are, okay? So if you want to prepare, do that. Another thing you can do to help prepare and maybe try to mitigate some cost is these Team of the Week exchange sets. They require 8 gold cards, and you're going to get one up there, right? So it's almost a no loss sort of thing, because you can get 77 overalls, and even if you go down to here, it's going to be even lower. It's 75 overalls, right? So 6 75s is going to get you a card, right? Okay. The worst you're going to get is a 12,000 coin card at this time, okay? And then you can obviously pull something a little bit better with a little bit of luck. It's not the worst thing in the world. So like if we just look here, I know I don't have enough cards over here for this because everyone's sort of like in the lineup. This is kind of bare bones. But you could do this and bam, you could get a card. It's going to help you do that out. So it's a random 78 there. I believe that fits in here. I'm gonna double check so I'm not misspeaking here. It is 78, okay? So it'll still work. So you can pull those week one, that Josh Jacobs right here, bam, 13,000 coins, sick, right? So that's how you can get the cards for probably cheaper, especially if you pull a couple 82s, 83s in there. It'll work out really well for you. So that's what we want to look at there. As far as which team standouts to get, hey, that's what we're here for as well, okay? So we talked about how to get them a little bit at their cheapest point, right? That's right there. As we look through a lot of these cards, we got to remember the sets are really expensive. So again, I think wait, but we want to see who really is the best. Again, get whoever you want, but the ones that I have looked at and like, hey, if you want a mobile quarterback, Kyler Murray is right there. Again, his price is expensive. You could probably grab Lamar or Vic for a very similar price right now. Probably where I'd go, but nonetheless, Kyler Murray is a good card. L'Jarius Sneed, right? Also looks like a very good card. Again, the price point is not quite there. You could get Sean Murphy Bunting, was very similar card without the power up, and be fine. Now, the only reason you'd be powering these cards up, honestly, is to get to the 90 overall if you're going to use abilities. If you're not going to use abilities, I would get Sean over L'Jarius Sneed, but L'Jarius Sneed is still a really good card. Low agility, but still really like this card. Alden Smith, he's basically Aaron Donald. He's basically like Aaron Donald, okay? Again, he's really expensive right now. I think he's going to be a great card in the future, especially if he gets upgrades. Oh my lord, this card's going to be a monster. But right now, I really like him. He's one of the top defensive linemen in the game. Hands down, bar none. But again, price point. Keep that in mind, price point. These cards aren't budget right now. They are budget cards, but their price is not budget at all. Jerome Baker is a very fast middle linebacker. Again, if you happen to need one of those, cool. But Shazier's price, because of the crash today, it's probably cheaper than getting Jerome Baker. Calvin Ridley, DK Metcalf. Let's talk about these guys. Both really good receivers in the game. But again, for that price point, you could go pick up a Tyrone Calico right now. Now, not the power up necessarily, or maybe even including the power up, right? But you're still talking these super expensive cards. Ridley and Metcalf, both very solid. Maybe more of a depth receiver right there, someone to plug in, get those deep routes, get a little bit of speed out there. Again, not all that different than a Tyreek Hill, not all that different than Calico, but costs more. Okay. Marcus May, this was a card I was really high on, and I really do like it at free safety, especially because he's a free safety, not a strong safety. Again, the problem here is the price. Overall, this is a great card. It's a great card, but if you wanted to get Marcus May and you can't afford Marcus May, get Derwin James. He's so much cheaper. They're basically the same card. You heard it here, okay? Derek Carr is going to vault up in the quarterback rankings because of the promo here. Get him all. He goes powers up to 90. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. He's going to get, I believe he gets Hot Route Master as well. So a lot of people like that. He's got some wheels on him. It's good. It's not great, but it's good. We'll take it. No problem there. We like him again. DK Metcalf. Mike Hilton should have had a better card, honestly. This card is a little disappointing to me, just in general. And then the rest of these cards, I really wouldn't be touching outside of theme teams, you know. Hendricks, Vaccaro, McKinney. Kamara's fine. Bostic. Chuck Clark's okay at strong safety, but we are just littered with strong safeties. Again, Ravens team, cool. Same thing with John Johnson. Rams team, cool. Otherwise, that's not really going to be a great card out there when you can go snag a Derwin James for so many less coins. Edelman, not great. Shaq Thompson, not great. Again, it's more just the price point on these cards. If these cards were 150,000 coins to do the set, I really like a lot more of these cards. And maybe we'll get to that point in the next week or 2 weeks. But right now, I don't love it. And my worry about it is that by the time these cards become affordable to where they really should be, the game might be even progressed. We might be in the most feared by that point. And then all of a sudden, 89s and 90s aren't going to be the greatest thing. Again, people will say, well, of course they're not great for you. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you guys. I'm talking about what you will need to combat playing, not necessarily my team, but other good teams. Miles Jack is not keeping up with any other receiver. He's not chasing down any running back. Right? That's a problem. Shazier can maybe do it. Miles Jack won't be able to, right? Same thing with the Blake Martinez and Fred Warner here. Not great. Right? Not great. While DK Metcalf now vaults up to be the fastest receiver in the game. By then maybe we have other receivers. What if they drop legend Randy Moss this weekend, right? Well, let's say they drop legend Randy Moss. We know that the legend limited prices have come down and been really reasonable. Even Vic and Dion were 500k. The cost to do one of these sets right now, bare bones, we're talking 38,000 coins for that card. 4 of these right here, you're talking 160. We'll just call it 200k for the top row. We're talking 9 cards here. Let's call it 290, maybe 300,000 coins. 300,000 coins to get a DK Metcalf card at 90 overall, when you could get maybe a 92 or a 93 Randy Moss for 500 or 600k, or maybe it's a Calvin Johnson or whoever else they may drop, or go buy Calico right now. Remember, that's 300,000 coins it is costing you right now to get DK Metcalf. Tyrone Calico is like 240 at the time of this recording. Again, all these prices could change, and I understand that. But let's just go look at like comparable players here. Again, this is what I mean by the price point. Look, DK Metcalf looks really good. He does. But is he that much better than Reggie Wayne? Well, he is faster than Reggie Wayne. He's much faster than Reggie Wayne, but Reggie Wayne's going to hit all those things right there, all those route run-ins. Vincent Jackson, 165. Again, he's not as fast, and I get he's not as fast, but overall, he's a more solid receiver. He's still going to hit the threshold that DK hits on deep as well. Beckham, 193. Whereas Calico, he's gone up a little bit, 265. Cooks, 236. So right now, you're telling me that DK Metcalf is the most expensive receiver in the game, basically? We're not going to count the limiteds. Same thing with Ridley. You're telling me Marcus May is 300,000 coins? You know what you can get for 300,000 coins right now? You know what you can get for 300,000 coins? Taylor Mays, who is better, right? So make sure you use your coins appropriately. Wait, these are much better cards at the end of the cycle. Once the price comes down, check back on Tuesday. That's my sort of recommendation for you guys. But I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, guys. I love you, and I'm out. Peace.